Big Green Ford swept show number 1 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, but there are 4 other big bad monsters looking to stake their claim to this hallowed hall of horsepower before the weekend is out. Up next, it's Monster Trucks from Harrisburg.
One to go from here at the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Cory Snyder swept show number 1, wheelies, racing, and freestyle. We're down to 5 trucks still. Billy Brockman, the Shockwave, out of Somerville, New Jersey, broke a crankshaft. He will not be back for competition number 2. In the meantime, Tim Howard had a chance to check in with Cory Snyder during the pit party.
Cory Snyder, driver of Toxic Monster Truck. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great, Tim. How are you today?
I'm good, buddy. It's so nice to see you here. What do you got in store for us today?
Well, we got 2 awesome shows here today. It's been a couple of years since I've actually been here, so I feel like these fans deserve a good show, and we got 5 other trucks that are going to try to do the same, and it's just going to be out here and have a good time.
All right, man. Do me a favor. Hold it together for the second show. I don't want to hold you up from all these beautiful fans, but thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Be interesting to see if Cory does another one of those past vertical wheelies. He went way, way back on the tailgate, bent the wheelie bar up. Alan Fenstermaker, Wicked Sickness, getting the hang of this machine, came all the way from Missouri. His first ride this weekend in a tube-frame monster truck. Normally drives the Leafer Earthquake out of Sparta, Missouri, driving the Wicked Sickness from Mark Andrew out of St. Louis, and he is getting it together here in Wicked Sickness. Looking real good to start off this wheelie competition. You can see, though, how slick it is out here. May have overwatered this track just a little bit. It always seems a lot slicker. It's show number 2. Here comes Jessica Brockman in the newly painted Be Aware out of Somerville, New Jersey. This truck looking awesome for 2020. Cannot wait to see more of this machine, and she is getting more and more confident every time we see her. Does not get as much seat time as a lot of the other drivers on the monster truck circuit. She has to try to get some time in wherever she can, and the less seat time you get, always tough to get your bearings, especially in these small arenas behind the wheel of a machine that's this big with this much power underneath of you. She gets ready for hit number 1 here in the wheelie competition. The slick track got the best of her there. She went for it, though. One more hit. Classic sky wheelie right there. A nice one for Jessica Brockman, and Be Aware. I do believe, though, Alan Fenstermaker will hang on to the lead in Wicked Sickness. It's our next vehicle coming out of the pits, out of Airville, Pennsylvania. The driver out of Buffalo, New York, Bill Solly, the instigator. Known to get wild in these wheelie competitions. He almost rolled this truck last year in the wheelie competition. Had a pretty wild run earlier today at show number 1. Lining it up, wants to make sure he hits straight. We've mentioned before, this truck likes to go left and right on him when he launches. It likes to corkscrew in the air. Does so a little bit right there. I think that had more to do with the wet track, though. Again, having some trouble getting a hold of these ramps. You can see the mud building up in the cleats, and they're not running full cleats here this weekend. That is giving them all kinds of trouble, but they're pulling it together as Alan Fenstermaker continues to lead this wheelie competition in Wicked Sickness. Instigator not going for another wheelie as we go right back to the replay. Something going away, and I do believe he lost the rear steering as he was jockeying that truck around. Don't believe the wheelie had anything to do with it. It was a nice hit, but it looks like he was having some kind of maybe an electrical problem as Ty Cornelius rolls out of Delta, Pennsylvania in general hazard, and he gets after it straight up. Pulls it into a power wheelie. kept it on the rear wheels, didn't even walk it. It was a perfect wheelie down the face of that racing ramp. See what he has for his second hit. He almost got the wall off this side a little bit earlier. Real nice shot right there for Ty Cornelius in General Hazard, the big Ram out of Pennsylvania. You saw the lane light switch right there. Went from red to yellow. Yellow representing the left lane. These guys are being shut down out of the right lane for this wheelie competition. Cory Snyder, you see there with the red light up in the right-hand corner of the windshield, indication that he is on that right lane channel as Cornelius rolls into the tunnel. Cory Snyder in toxic, getting ready to go for it. He has got to one-up Cornelius. Snyder set it way back on the tailgate at show number 1. You saw that during that interview with Tim Howard a little bit earlier. Now, gonna get another shot at it as he crab walks it into position. Trying to set up the perfect wheelie on a very, very slick track. Not quite working with him. It was a good attempt. Big hit right there. Very nice job, and he pulls it into a slap wheelie. Cory Snyder giving the crowd something to cheer about, but wasn't enough. We wait on the word. And your winner will be Ty Cornelius in the General Hazard Ram out of Delta, Pennsylvania. There will be no sweep for Cory Snyder at show number 2. Not going to be a clean sweep weekend for him, but there's still racing and freestyle yet to go. Stay with us. Racing is next.
This Back Channel Productions program is brought to you in part by Monsters Monthly. For up-to-date show, ticket info, and a wide selection of photo and video galleries, visit monstersmonthly.com. And by RPM Army, featuring action-packed content from around the web. Visit rpmarmy.com, your source for motorsports on the go. This Back Channel Productions program is brought to you in part by Crush This. For an inside look at the world of monster trucks, check out Crush This, available on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube.
Back inside the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Back Channel Productions bringing you the action from the 2020 Monster Truck Thunder Tour. Here's a look at our first round bracket. Wicked Sickness taking on Be Aware. It'll be Toxic up against the Instigator pair of Fords right there in the middle of the bracket. And of course, General Hazard winning the wheelie competition will seed into round number 2 with Shockwave not making the field. There you see Alan Fenstermaker pulling to the line in Wicked Sickness out of Missouri to take on the New Jersey-based Be Aware Chevrolet. Ford versus Chevy, round 1. Fenstermaker off to a good start. This was kind of an interesting race at show number 1. Fenstermaker with a bit of a lead right now. A little bit of smoke out of the engine. And
Brockman just missed the jump. She will probably be DQ'd, but now we have a problem. Wicked Sickness has come to a stop, and there is oil pouring out from underneath the Ford out of Missouri. Big problems for Alan Fenstermaker and Wicked Sickness. There you see Mark Andrew making his way around the truck right there. He had a chance to look at it, got down there very quickly. You saw the big puff of smoke as he went over the ramp. Take another look at it. It was a good run. He had a good start, pretty good turn. Been getting the hang of this truck very quickly. Again, nearly perfect corner right there. He lined himself up nicely, got straight with the ramp, made a legal run, and big pop right there. You see a little string coming out and then a big puddle of oil right there. Went from a trickle to just a torrent of oil very fast as they're getting the truck out of here. We're going to try to get back underway as quickly as we can. Pretty sure he threw a rod. Quickest way to check for a blown engine, you just look through that newly installed viewing window in the block. Cory Snyder in Toxic and set to take on Bill Solly in the Instigator. Solly having some problems earlier. We'll see if he's got rear steering here in round number 1. This could be a walkover for Snyder. Solly out of New York driving the Pennsylvania Instigator against the Maryland Ford Toxic. Solly with a bit of a lead coming out, but Cory Snyder wasted no time getting back on the throttle, coming out of the turn. The slick track still causing some problems, but Snyder will come across the finish line for the victory. Solly losing ground in the second half of the course. Very good showing for the big Ford out of Maryland. Now, Snyder will head back around to the tunnel. Bring out Ty Cornelius, the General Hazard Ram. Ty out of Delta, Pennsylvania. Part of the Extreme 4x4 monster truck team out of Airville, Pennsylvania. He's going to take on his own teammate here, your fast loser, Bill Solly. The Instigator, Bill out of Buffalo, New York, driving the truck. Paul Bro, Team Truck out of Airville, Pennsylvania. Ram versus Ford right here in the semi. A little bit of a conservative start for Solly. Cornelius with the lead around the corner. Little problem with the slick track. They actually evened up right there. Now Solly going wide in the turn, gave up some ground, and Ty Cornelius will move on into the championship race as he locks it down. He'll head back into the tunnel. Get set to take on the winner of this matchup here, the Maryland Ford Toxic, heading out to take on the New Jersey Chevrolet of Jessica Brockman. Be aware. Big Chevy out of Somerville, New Jersey, second-generation driver, a pair of them. I'll tell you, it is too bad we're not seeing Billy here because he seemed to really have a handle on this track, and I think with the cleat that those trucks are carrying, they might have had an advantage. Been very interesting to see if the brother-sister team could have gotten into the final round. But getting some good matchups here anyway. Cory Snyder. Maybe a little staging battle here with Jessica Brockman. Who's going to go to the championship race against Ty Cornelius? It'll either be Toxic out of Maryland or Be Aware out of New Jersey. Snyder with a commanding lead right now. He's just got to hang in there for the final corner as Brockman had some problems. A little bit out of shape there for Toxic, but good finish. Looks like Be Aware maybe leaning out a little bit. Maybe a fuel problem. A lot of flame out of the left side of the engine for the New Jersey Chevrolet. As we take a look at our championship pairing, Toxic and General Hazard. Of course, General Hazard with the automatic seat into the second round, taking out his teammate Instigator.
Toxic knocking out Instigator in the first round, and then Jessica Brockman there in the semis, and it's going to be a Ford Dodge final round. I know it's a Ram, but these guys don't worry about formalities. It's Ford and Dodge for all intents and purposes here in the championship. The final race of the weekend here in Harrisburg. Very, very aggressive push. Heading to the final corner. The track is dried out a bit. And Cory Snyder takes the victory, climbing on the brakes. Ty Cornelius trying to get it shut down before he gets into the wall over here. It's a good thing that track dried out a little bit because he gave it all it had. Cory Snyder, your racing champion here in Harrisburg. Now, he'll head into freestyle with some momentum. Can he take 2 of 3 competitions and the overall here in Harrisburg? It is freestyle time here inside the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, just across the river from City Island. Beautiful baseball stadium over there. Jessica Brockman, be aware. Heading out to start things off in freestyle. We'll see if she turns it up at all. Put on a pretty good run in show number 1. May have been conserving the truck a little bit here. Just going to see if she gets after it. The member of the Brockman family left in action here. Down to 4 trucks, by the way. Lost her brother's truck, Shockwave. It's show number 1. He hasn't freestyled at all this weekend. That was very unfortunate. He seemed like he was ready to throw down. Wicked Sickness, of course. We lost Alan Fenstermaker during the first round of the racing bracket you saw earlier. Blown motors for both of those trucks. Just getting the crowd warmed up here with Be Aware. Nice hit right there off the back of the racing lane. The K-rails buried in the dirt, giving these guys some nice elevation. It's a very, very abrupt hit. These trucks seem to be handling very, very well, though. The 2 Brockman Chevrolets this weekend. Again, very unfortunate that Billy's truck did not make show number 2. He was really, really putting his foot in it during the wheelie competition and racing earlier this afternoon at show number 1. But Jessica, giving a good accounting of herself, didn't get too wild, wanted to make sure they could at least put one of them in the trailer without pushing it. As Bill Solly rolls the Instigator out. Now, he's been having problems himself with this truck. Lost his rear steering earlier. Seems to have come back around for him. Well, just as I said, he lost his rear steering again. And the motor doesn't sound too healthy either. It sounds like he may be running on 7 cylinders. I can't really tell. But nice hit right there. Getting after it. And he's going to call it quits right there. I think he may be running with a hurt engine right now, but look at that. Wild sideways landing right there. See Mark Andrew in the front row give him a thumbs up. He liked it. Mark Andrews' Wicked Sickness out of competition. Andrews still coming
back into the arena to cheer on his competitors as they take to the track here and freestyle some big air right there off the racing side of the racing ramp from Ty Cornelius and the General Hazard Ram. Two things this guy is known for, that's big air and very, very fast donuts or cyclones in these little arenas. I say that track dried out. If it didn't, he worked his way down into some dust. See what he's got left for this crowd. He's definitely turning it up here. Wants to win the freestyle. He was hoping for the sweep, got beat in racing, but he won the wheelie competition. He has a shot at the show 2 overall. Big hit right there for Cornelius, but the truck dies in the air. Very, very hard hit when you come down with no power. Truck just falls out of the air like a rock. Wonder if it was the kill switch. The lane light was still on when he landed. We'll get another look at it here, but first, checking out this cyclone. You can see he found that dry, dusty clay down underneath the slick, almost like slate on the top of this thing when it gets wet. It's like running on snot. Truck hooks up beautifully here. Harrisburg always puts on a show here, and Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex did not disappoint with that run, takes over the lead, but what happened to the truck? You gotta look at it. Watch the lane light, the red light in the windshield, and see when it tilted back. I can't tell if it shut off on him. I never saw it flicker, but again, with the truck rocked back at that angle, it's kind of hard to tell. We'll get a look at it from the reverse angle, but I don't think we're going to get a very good view of the lane light, maybe. Well, you kind of still see it there. Hard to tell. Hard to tell if the kill switch may have shut him off in the air, or if the truck just suffered an electrical problem otherwise, but no worse for the wear. He drove it off the track, and Cory Snyder out of Bethesda, Maryland, trying to turn it up in Toxic. Coming out thundering with a lot of momentum in the big Ford. Wild hit right there. Not a whole lot of stuff to hit out on this floor, so you have to be creative. Throwing it into those corners hard. Oh no, that K-roll may be going away. It's kicking these guys off to the left-hand side. Big hit right there as the corkscrews on him a bit in the air. Getting a real good drive here on the dirt inside the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex. Those SIRs hooking up something fierce as he goes for the center stack. Looks like that's going to be it for Cory Snyder in Toxic. Laying down a shot. Great pair of freestyles to end things off here. The final show of the weekend in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and Cory will indeed take the overall here at show number 2. Our congratulations to him, and congratulations on the wheelie competition victory to Ty Cornelius Jr. in the General Hazard Ram. Thanks for joining us for this coverage from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We hope to see you very, very soon.